All right, another chapter up at the body shop. Well, it's not a real body shop, but that's where I'm doing the body work. I'm sorry for it taking a while, but as I said in my last video, things have gotten in my way. So I'm now getting back to what I really want to be doing. First thing I want to point out is there are no gauges in there. I just pulled them out. Also, I've removed everything from the doors, which makes the truck look a little different if you can picture how it was before. Let me keep backing up here. So now, without that vent window, it looks a lot cleaner. I'm very happy with that look. What'll happen is I'll have a window that actually goes up and down and fills that spot where the vent window was. So I'm happy with that. And here's the gauge cluster, just so you can get an idea. We're gonna go look, try to find a place to rework it. I'm having a little trouble with light on my screen, but anyway, there it is. So I think it looks pretty cool. So now let's get it fixed up and ready to go. Next thing, for all practical purposes, the hood is done. Let me see if we get a better. So, yeah, I liked it better the other way. I know, I do this stuff and talk to myself while I'm showing you it. So I got 3 cuts in the hood to get it to the right width in the back and to narrow it in the front. You can see how I had to step the nose. I can't hardly explain how or why, but I had to. It's the way it worked. It's the way it told me it needed to be done. And I've got a strip of diamond plate underneath the hood in the back, because after taking the lip away that was there, you kind of lose the strength that needs to be there. Now, let me pause and I'll pull the hood off. All right. Now you can see the piece of diamond plate that I welded in there to stiffen it up. And yeah, that might look a little odd, but I like it. I'm gonna get a different view of it. And here's another view, which shows the piece of diamond plate. Also, you now see the bracing that I put in the back, which actually does 2 things. The center one, I had to use a piece of sheet metal and bend it to match the angle of the hood. The 2 on the sides, the hood was flat, so there I used 1.5-inch channel, and these things do 2 things. It holds the 2 halves together for me to weld it, and it takes the heat out of the weld so that the hood doesn't warp as much, or I should say the sheet metal doesn't warp as much. When you have a curve like you see down in here, it's not as much of a problem. And plus I had a real nice fit. So there, I didn't need it. Now, what you see right in here, that is not weld from this side, that is weld from the other side. So that's how much can come through. And so I'm sure that I have it welded good, even though you may not think it looks very good, which it doesn't. But it's certainly welded in place and should work out real well. I cut some of the stuff off of here because I won't need it. Remember, this is going to be a tilt front end. So that hood will be attached permanently to the fenders. And this whole assembly that you see here with the hood will actually move forward 6 inches and then tilt up to expose the engine. So there you go for now. Hopefully I'll have some more to show you next week. Try to get back to accomplishing more than I have been. So remember, I may not, how do I want to say this? You may think that I'm childish, but I'm not. I'm at a higher level of immaturity. See ya.